Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to your weather update for today. My name is Andy Gorelow. I am the incident meteorologist here at the Hermit's Peak Calf Canyon Fire. As we've all seen over the past few days, we have been getting plenty of rain, which is a good thing. The only thing we don't want is all at one time, but luckily over the past several days, all the rain that has been falling has been slow and steady, which has really helped limit any kind of flash flood potential. But we will go into the future and talk about the potential for flash flooding as we move along. So just an image here. This is a satellite image, visible satellite from yesterday. I just wanted to show everyone kind of what the setup was yesterday. All the little dots that you kind of see up there, those were all the various lightning strikes that were recorded. So these thunderstorms pretty much blew up late afternoon and then continued into the evening and before dissipating overnight. So as you can see, right in this area, there's a big thunderstorm that developed late afternoon, and that's the one that brought all the rain last night to the fire. So again, we didn't get any reports of flash flooding overnight. Again, it was slow and steady, but we did see plenty of rain come out of this overnight. So if we go to the next image, this here, just wanted to show you, this is a water vapor image. So all the blues, the light blues, that you see is moisture, is deep moisture in the atmosphere. And you can see a pretty sharp gradient between where the moisture is located and where that dry air is located. And we are right in the middle of this deep moisture boundary. And so that's going to stay over us for the next few days. They're not really going to see too much as you get further into Arizona with the monsoon, but we are definitely in the monsoon pattern, and it's going to be here for a little while. So if we go to the next image. So here we are with our 24-hour rain total map. This image here on the left shows how much rain fell from approximately 6 a.m. yesterday to 6 a.m. this morning. And as you can see, most areas of the fire received anywhere from a half an inch to almost an inch, or up across the north part of the fire, right about an inch. And most of that rain fell over the western ridges, and that's typically where most of the rain does fall. They like to hug those ridges and kind of move north along the ridge tops. And so that's why we're seeing most of the rain fall over those western edges of the fire. But even the eastern edges, they still did receive some rain, anywhere up to a quarter, maybe half an inch of rain. So real beneficial rain. Again, it fell over a long period of time, nothing too quick, too significant. So it did limit flash flooding potential. Just a 3-day rain total on the other image here. You can see how much rain has fallen over the past 72 hours. Again, over the western edges of the fire, anywhere from almost an inch to about an inch and a quarter. So quite a bit of rain has fallen over the past 3 days. And again, even on the western edges, lower altitude, lower elevations, still anywhere from a quarter to maybe half an inch of rain. So we have definitely seen some beneficial rain over the past 3 days. Next image, please. So just a quick overview of the weather map. As you can see, pretty strong high pressure right over the center part of the country. And that's a good place for this high pressure to be for us to be in this monsoon pattern. Now we're combining this with a really strong area of low pressure. This is very strong for this time of year. It's bringing some very cold temperatures to the Pacific Northwest. Even areas near Flagstaff this morning got to 30 degrees. So really cold air associated with that. But what it's doing is it's kind of causing a squeeze play between the high and this low pressure, and it's drawing up ample amounts of moisture. So the clockwise pattern around the high and the counterclockwise pattern around the low is drawing up moisture from both the Gulf of Mexico and the Gulf of California, bringing it right into our area. And that's what we're going to be seeing today and over the next couple of days. So as we go into Wednesday, we kind of lose that low. That deep system over the western U.S. kind of weakens and pushes out. And now we're just left with a big, strong area of high pressure. And that is going to continue to expand a little bit further back west. We'll still see some of that moisture being pulled up from the Gulf of Mexico right into our area through Wednesday. So we're definitely going to be in the moisture, like I mentioned, for the next few days. Let's go to the next image, please. So here's our precipitation forecast over the next few days. And today's kind of a down day. Yesterday we saw so much activity, so many thunderstorms around the area that it used up all the available energy in the atmosphere, at least through most of today. So today should be fairly quiet until maybe late afternoon and early evening. We'll probably see some storms kind of refire once again over the mountains. But today we'll probably not see as much coverage as what we saw yesterday, but we're still looking for the potential of seeing some precipitation late this afternoon and evening. Well, tomorrow is a little bit different story. We have a lot of moisture still in place, but we're going to combine that with this, what we call a little weak weather disturbance that's actually going to be pushing north through New Mexico and interacting with all that moisture in place. And when that happens, we're probably going to see a significant amount of rain and thunderstorm activity. The National Weather Service in Albuquerque has already issued a flash flood watch for all the burn scars, including the Calf Canyon Hermit's Peak fire, Cerro Pelado, Black Fire. They've all got flash flood watches in place. It doesn't mean flash flooding will occur, but it does mean the potential will be there for flash flooding, and it's probably the highest potential we've seen in the past several days. So tomorrow is definitely a day we're going to be watching for heavy rain and quite a bit of thunderstorm activity. But even going into Wednesday, we're not looking as much precipitation, but we are still seeing that chance of seeing thunderstorms again on Wednesday with that moisture in place. I do believe that tomorrow will be the best day, but we'll still see a decent shot moving into Wednesday. And then if we just look at our total through the end of the week, you can see, significant amount of rain is expected. This is a forecasted total. Doesn't always pan out, but this is just what's being forecast. And we're looking right around where our fire is located, anywhere from about 1.5 inches to maybe a little over 2 inches of rain. So we're still expecting quite a bit of rain over the next few days. And next slide, please. So just the thunderstorm threat guidance for our particular fire. You can kind of see today went down to more of a moderate chance. We're not seeing the chances as great as what we saw yesterday. But as we move into Tuesday and Wednesday, those chances will increase significantly into the high category at 60% or greater. So those are definitely the 2 days we're going to be looking at. And as we get into the end of the week, we do decrease that chance a little bit. So we're looking at more moderate chances on Thursday, and then only a slight chance on Friday as we do get a little bit of that drier air coming in. So next slide, please. And so here's the weather map I just wanted to show you for Friday. That big high pressure over the center part of the country, pretty much covering almost the entire southern half of the country, kind of expands a little bit further back west. Moisture still gets drawn up, but it actually gets drawn up a little bit further off to the west. So we're going to be cutting off some of our moisture on Friday. It doesn't mean we're not going to see thunderstorm chances. They're just not going to be as great as we are going to see over the next couple of days. So still that chance, but not as great as what we're going to see. So that's what we're looking at for Friday. And if we go to the next slide, we like to look at trends. Trends are always a big thing for us. And as you can see, Tuesday, Wednesday, these are our RH, measurement of how much moisture is in the atmosphere. You can see these numbers are pretty high. These graphs are pretty high up there, meaning there's plenty of moisture available. But as we go in towards the end of the week, these RH values are dropping. They're getting a little bit lower. Now, we're not going to see the extremely dry air that we saw last week, but the trend is drier as we go into the end of the week. But then if you look over the weekend into next week, you can kind of see that RH comes back up. So we're looking at potential of returning moisture and additional thunderstorms. And even down here in the bottom, this shows you our precipitation trace. Tuesday and Wednesday are our biggest days we're expecting precipitation for the fire. And as you can see, Thursday and Friday, somewhat of a decrease, but as we get over the weekend and into next week, those chances do increase once again. We are in a solid monsoon pattern right now. It doesn't mean it's going to rain every day, but there may be some dry days, but it looks like the overall pattern will continue to feed this moisture into our region here. And for the next slide, and the last image here, so I just wanted to show you guys, this is a matrix that we produce every day for the fire, just a good visual. Anytime you see green on this chart is good. Green is good. The more green you have, the more moderate or low burning conditions we see. And that's what we're looking at. We're looking for high relative humidity and not much wind, a little bit of gusty winds here and there, but nothing too significant. high precipitation chances, high cloud cover. And so that's what we're looking at for the next several days. Do want to mention, tomorrow will be the greatest threat of flash flooding anywhere near this burn scar. So be prepared. Try not to put yourself in a position where you can get caught in flash flooding. Always look for escape routes. Turn around, don't drown. But with that, have a great day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.